people ask us, why windows and doors? Can I afford them? Why is the company critical? And why choose Reece builders, right? Most people are concerned with hurricanes, we're in safe area intruders, high energy bills, broken glass, noise, easy cleaning. I'm not trying to scare you, but Florida ranks number 3 in home invasions because I think it's a lot of snowbirds and burglars, easy pickings, right? I'll show you our windows rated for fire safety. Basically, a window is the frame and the glass, right? You got metal. It's a conductor of energy, and the UV light coming in, you mentioned it over here on that side. So metal's 3 times the energy loss. Radiation's 6 times the energy loss. So basically, in a nutshell, the windows you have now is just like keeping that sliding glass door open 24/7, right? So when people do their whole house with us, with Reece, you can save 40% on your energy bill. So it is an investment. Most people look at this type of investment on a 10-year return on investment. What's your energy bill run monthly?
It's a little high in the summer. What was it, over 350?
350. So it's 250 in the summer.
Well, it's 350 in the summer, probably less in the winter. Yeah, probably less. But
so let's just be conservative, right? Let's just go with an average of 250. 250 over 10 years, 12 grand. I think you would agree Florida Power and Light's probably not going to lower our pricing.
No.
It's going to go up. So you're spending 15 grand over 10 years. So with that 40% savings, 250, let's just make it easy, $100 a month, right? So this is down here on Lockwood Ranch. It was a 3-year-old Neal community home, 2,000 square feet, builder grade windows. His bill's about 115. In January, a little under 35 bucks. In June, a little under 46 bucks. So I mean, hopefully you get more than 100. But I'd rather tell you, we don't want to overpromise, you know, the game, right? And then the wind mitigation credit on your homeowners association. You get 50 to 80% off having a good roof.
Right.
And windows. Roof's the majority of it.
And garage doors.
So when you get that new roof on, you get that credit. I think he told me he was saving like $1,500.
Wow.
Went from like 3,000.
It probably did.
I forget, but it was
Windows, garage doors, and roofs down here are big for home insurance.
But like this gentleman here, he's getting a $1,300 credit. So you multiply that by 10 years, you know, 15, 112. I mean, $25,000. You know, you want the windows to pay for themselves, right? What's crazy? 40% of replacement windows is replacing replacement windows. So again, here's what everybody asks. I'm going to hit on these, but we've been around 48 years. We, Mr. Reece was born in St. Pete. Then he went up to Charlotte area. We have a whole division in the Charlotte area, like 7. I don't know. I've never been there, but we have quite a few offices up there. 28 years ago, Mr. Reece wanted to come back down to be with family and friends. Randy Jr. came back down, so we've been down here 28, 29 years. So we know what we're doing. Factory train, our installers are all company employees. We don't use any subcontractors. We follow all the state building codes. We won't put in a window unless we can pull a permit. What type of guarantee? I'll get to that. We only do windows and doors. We're not tile, roofers, painters, anything like that. The quality of material, I'll get to that. Who's going to work on the project from start to finish, and really, will you ever have to do the job again? I'm assuming you guys are still young. You're probably not flipping this house.
No,
right?
we're planning to be here a while.
Unless somebody comes and offers
a lot.
Everything's negotiable.
I don't know. This is a great place.
Not in Sarasota, having a lot like this. So traditional flow of products, Windows is no different, right? You have a manufacturer makes a product as a distributor, retailer, subcontractor, you markup, 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 right? Sam Walton became a billionaire cutting out one avenue. We own the plant. It's up in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. I know it's kind of far, but that's what it is. So Mr. Reece bought that years ago. So basically this is you, right? This is us here giving you an education. Once you decide to go with us, our project manager comes out. We're a custom manufacturer. We don't mass produce windows and try to pull them off the shelf and fit them in your opening. The openings, they're all different. So the project manager comes out and measures in 3 different places, top, bottom, middle, and we make it fit there. Send up to our manufacturing plants, our trucks bring it down, company installers, our customer service is in St. Pete. So basically, in a nutshell, you have one number. There's no finger pointing. You're dealing with us. And again, you're buying direct from the factory. You can't go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon, buy our window. We're one of the few people down here can say we're proudly made in the USA. Our window, it's made of pure virgin vinyl. Yours are metal right now. Pure virgin vinyl, basically what it means to you is it's not gonna crack, peel, warp, or fade. We love to use recycled products, but they just don't last. So they're Energy Star rated, they breathe, they're 85 mil thick. Again, will not fade, very well insulated. Our corners, 12-point fuse, and I'll show you that. And basically, they're maintenance free. We have what we call a European design, real clean look. Again, we're a custom manufacturer. We have a project manager walkthrough. We do all the permits, licensing. We deal with homeowners associations if you have one.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. But in a nutshell, once we do a job, we're going to clean up after ourselves. We want to make sure that you're completely happy. You know the saying, if you do something good for somebody, you tell 1, 2 people. You do something bad, they tell 21. And now with the internet, they're going to get on and slam you, right? Got to have a license to do anything down here. That's our license. Our installers, company employees, we took out a $2 million liability policy on them. We took out another $1 million. We are human beings. Things can go wrong, but if anything does, we got you covered. You're not going to have to call Farrer and Farrer or Morgan and Morgan, you know. Sarasota County is going to have that in your packet. And the evolution of glass, right? This is what you have, the age of your home. Metal, single pane. Then they came out with 2 panes. And they came out with 2 panes with a tint on it. Then, 2 panes, a tint, and they blow in argon gas. This is impact glass, rated for 175 miles an hour. So this is a polypropylene butyl in between there.
Mm-hmm.
So when they test it, they shoot a rocket coconut stick through there. Nothing's going to come in and hurt any of us.
Crazy.
It's going to spider web, like you were saying before, Jason. Very, very strong. I'm not an engineer, but making glass is a skill. It's an art. You got to really know what you're doing. We deal with a company called Cardinal Glass. If you Google them, they control about 80%. They have plants worldwide. But Mr. Reece years ago got together with them and added all these other layers in here. But in a nutshell, that's how we're able to save you 40%. Again, glass basically starts out with sand, heated up very, very hot, and cooled down very, very quickly. A lot of people get in the glass business and they don't make any money. You saw me run over it with the car. Safety glass is rated at 10,000 PSI. For our government, we're at 13 to 15, so much stronger. And then in between the seals, we have a patented moisture absorber in there, so you never have any condensation issues. So I think you would agree, a manufacturer's warranty typically protects who? The manufacturer. Agree with that? So down here in Florida, basically, these are really kind of the big 3 players: PGT, CWS, Simonton. That's a Lowe's, Home Depot type of product. PGT has a huge plant in Venice. I mean, they're huge. CWS. Lifetime warranty, yeah, everybody covers that. Lifetime on the glass unit, yes. No seals, 10 years, prorated, right? We screen. For any reason our screens would break, we would replace those for free. No fault. If your kids are taking those sticks and rip the screen, we'll replace it. On the window, the frame, the unit, all the hardware, transferable warranty. As long as you own the home, you're covered, right? If you sell it to me or pass it down to one of your children, they're covered for their generation. It's the third title holder,
Wow.
basically. Strong. And then we're the only ones that cover the condensation because of this.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the crazy part. You guys are still young. This is real beneficial to you. But for any reason we have to come out, we're never going to charge you a trip charge or a service fee. Zero money out of your pocket. The glass, the screen, if for some reason the window's not working, you just call the number, we come out and fix it for you. That's 2 generations of crazy. So basically in a nutshell, small print, no one really reads this stuff, but PGT says once it leaves the plant, it's responsible on the contractor distributor, right? If they do have to replace the window, they can't guarantee the color to change. 95% of the windows are white. It's just kind of like vinyl siding, you know,
Yeah,
if
it's tough
something
to
would
match.
happen, they don't have to redo the whole, they can't match that color, right? CWS, again, small print, no one really takes care of it. Simonton, after a couple years, they're gonna start, I call it nickel and diming you if things do go south, right? New South, they advertise a lot. Everybody makes a good window, don't get me wrong. Just trying to point out the differences. Again, after 2 years, they're gonna start charging you for anything that goes bad, right? This is ours. Big bold print, we call ours the conservation window, lifetime transferable, non-prorated warranty. You transfer it, it's real simple, you can get online. But we have the glass covered, the frame covered, real easy. You have the screen, glass breakage, no fault. So again, you're never gonna, then you have our free service pledge. If something would happen, you're never gonna get charged anything. If it's an insurance claim, we're gonna be working with the
Sure.
insurance, and so that's not covered under that. So the big difference between us and anybody else is our frame. Remember I mentioned 85 mil thick? Code now is 3 1/4 on the frames. There's a 60 mil thick. Our handle's built into our molds, kind of old school technology. But on impact windows, they put their hurricane glass, this, on the inside of the window. We put ours on the outside. They call this a sacrificial piece of glass. We have that magic glass on the inside. Again, you know, 85 mil, 60 mil. Theirs is on the inside. You guys live down here long enough. We might not get a hurricane at 175 mile an hour, but we could get 50, 60, 80 mile an hour winds, right? It's probably gonna break that outside, and then they're gonna charge you to come out and fix it, right? You can make good money. Just kind of before and after. Those are old metal Jellicoe windows. We just have a nice, clean look. I'm trying to remember, you don't really have, but you know, a lot of people have these big kind of huge windows in the front. Our sliding glass doors are just really good. So in a nutshell, you got some projects to do, right? If you go to Remodeling Magazine, they talked about cost of value of doing projects. So job cost, roof replacement, you get over 83% of your money back. Windows, 78%. You know, bathroom remodel, 50%. You know, just you want to put the most bang. I know you're staying here for a while, but you know, a lot of people don't stay in their homes very often.
Roofs first, and then windows is next.
So when I interviewed with Reece, they told me how great the window is, how great the company is, right? We all hear that, you know? So I went out and did my own research. Everybody walks in and says, we got the best window or the best company, which is great. I went to New South. Again, they make a great window. At that time, they were at 14 weeks. I heard they're at 18 because our lead time's out too. We're about 8 weeks. They started out at 42 grand. Kind of like the wild, wild west down here. People come in and see how much money they can take out of your pocket, you know? And they gave me 27, and I said Norwood Forest 21, you know?
And this is for a specific project or something?
This is my specs on my house.
Okay.
I just took the sizes in and
I got you.
went around a different window. Because I didn't know anything about windows,
Yeah.
you know? Went to Armortech, they're down here in Clark Road. They came in with the PGT window. They started out a lot lower, you know, and then everybody kind of ends at the same bottom line, but it's crazy. Went to this company, PGT window, right? Florida Home Improvement, they're huge. They're all over the state of Florida. They come in with the CWS window. Point here I'm trying to make is you could have 20 yo-hos like me come out and talk to you about windows. 17, 18 of them are going to say, here's a PGT window or a CWS.
Right.
So that's our market. This is a Simulton frame. This is our frame. 85 mil thick, 60 mil thick, right? If you just, I mean, you kind of squeeze those, right? Ours, nice and tight. You see the color difference? Theirs is a, you know, white, this is an off-white. This is a recycled product. They gotta put a whitener in there, that's why they can't guarantee the match if they have to replace it. Pure virgin vinyl, not gonna crack, peel, warp, or fade. Our impact glass is on the outside. Our moisture absorber in between there, right? It's pretty crazy. There used to be a string in the weight, you know, where you lift the windows up and down. Nice heavy duty metal. Does have some plastic in it, but I don't know the exact. But even if something would go wrong, you just call us, we fix it. But that's the critical part. Where the window comes together, that's metal. A lot of people cheapen them up and use, you know, a vinyl. That locks metal. We put a piece of metal under there, screw metal into metal, right? So it doesn't strip out. Polypropylene. This reminds me of my grandfather when he used to smoke pipes, you know? Polypropylene. It's gonna last. But even if it doesn't, just call us. So when it comes together, no bugs, spiders, air is gonna get up in there, a screwdriver, right? I was at a couple's house here from Arizona. I didn't know anything about Arizona. They were talking about dust storms. Told me how dusty your house was, because that's what we needed out there, because the dust was getting in between there. In between the two panels, right? This is our competitors. Again, it has openings and plastic. Ours is one continuous loop, just to feel the weight difference.
And that's the moisture absorber in there? Or what is this? This is not a spacer, is it?
Well, that has the moisture absorber.
Yeah.
That's
in here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, we're able to get more pounds per square inch in between the glass and give you that better installation value.
Right.
Does that make sense? Our screen, just nice, tight, heavy duty, right?
You never seen a screen like that, have you?
Yeah, it's a pretty solid
Use the
screen.
ones that like
Yeah.
they're like twist sideways.
Yeah.
You can't get them.
The screens we have are worthless.
Oh.
I hate them.
This is our roller on our sliding glass door.
Yeah. Yeah, they jump. Yeah, that's a nice roller. These doors are older than I am.
So you saw me drive over, Michelle didn't see it, but, the window, right? Remember I said I'm not handy, so don't laugh at me. Not trying to pull one over, that's just a normal nail and a piece of wood, right? This is our mounting glass. It's the hardest part of my job. can't even drive a nail in straight.
He doesn't do the installation.
Yeah.
That's why we send out a project.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a sharp edge.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Feel pretty safe with that. Here's our window. Remember we're talking about we kind of call it a European design, just nice clean look. We have full screens, 12-point fuse, nice clean corners, you know. What you have now is what they call a single hung. This is a double hung window, but same concept. You know, open the window. If you want to clean, you don't have to go outside. You just take out the pressure washer, you know, deal with the spiders. This one comes down. Fire safety, for any reason, hopefully nothing ever happens, but you can push, kick out the screen, and really climb through the window if it's big enough, right? I don't know, a lot of people, not very many people open up their windows, but when it gets cooler, you know, they maybe get a breeze at night, you feel safe and secure. Have that come down. So. Saw me drive over, put a nail through. I'm 200 pounds. Let's say, I saw some fat guy jump on a window today.
Yeah, they didn't move.
But you
Yeah,
pretty
they're
just
just-
feel how
they're just
heavy
solid,
that little
yeah.
thing is, you know? It's a Sherman tank, isn't it?
Yeah. Good quality window.
So, this thing, and then we'll get out of your hair here. I go into homes, sometimes, you know, I'm the second, third, fifth person in, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, what are you doing? I know about windows. We had the guy yesterday,
Oh
right?
yeah. He said, I don't need to see anything. After we got done, he's like, there's 4 points that's selling me on your window.
Wow.
This, and this. He's like, you know what? You guys need to write this down. He was
Yeah.
trying to sell us our window.
Yeah, I'm like, you want a job? You're doing better than I am.
It was
This
fun.
is just a BTU meter reading the heat, right? We're at 100. Can you see that?
Can you see it?
This is what you have right now, right? 81.
hold up.
Feel your hand, just
Yeah.
like you're saying in that one room,
It's,
right?
that's what it feels like. When
Catch
the
a suntan,
when the sun
right?
comes up.
So, evolution of windows, right? Then they came out with double pane glass, right?
Not bad. Better.
63. Still feels
Still
heat.
feel heat.
Go to Lowe's, Home Depot, $400 to $600 plus installation, right? And they came out with 2 pieces of glass and put a tint. $800 to $1,200 window, 53.
Definitely a lot.
Half. And they came out with low E, 2 pieces of glass, tint, and below the argon gas in there. you know, a $1,600 to $2,100 window.
Wow. That's crazy.
So that's 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this.
Only cuts it in half. Going through 2 1.
That's 6 panels of
Yeah.
glass, you know? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Ours.
Wow. That's incredible. Now I can see why you say 40%.
Right. We hope you save more,
Yeah.
but you know.
It's like, that's like, yeah, insulating your house. I mean, the whole house is block and it's, you know, well insulated in the attic, but you
The
had good
windows.
windows, man. It's like, that's it.
They just convect that heat
Oh,
to
yeah.
like an oven, like that room, like you said. And my daughter's room was like that in the front of the house. Like she would have to have 3-4 fans going because her windows, they got that sun in the morning and midday, and it just cooked. Of course, she didn't get up till noon because she's 16, so you know. But it's like, man, her room's like 8 degrees hotter, if not 10, than the rest
Yeah.
of the house.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Bad. We had to adjust. We kind of hacked it by adjusting all the vents. We like closed down this side of the house, and we got it to where it's like 2 degrees warmer, but it's still, I mean, not saving energy. It's just hacking the system.
Yeah.
Well, by having good windows, if you do have to replace your air conditioner, you might not have to go as big.
Yeah.
You know.
What's up? You playing with Uncle Steve? You did. Okay. Well, we're almost done here. I'll come help you pick up the rest of the sticks. There's some out there I still see. If you forgot to pick up those.
Zoe, stay here.
All right.
Pick those up. Okay.
I do this all the time. I thought I kind of went really fast with you guys.
Oh yeah.
But
we got enough.
any questions about the company, the product?
Aurora.
I think you've told us about all there is to know.
So this is a project you like to do sometime either now or in the future, correct? So since it's not a matter of if but when, you know, my job's to work for you. If I could find the price, payment amount that you feel comfortable with, is there anything other than really the money that would stop you from doing business with Reece?
I don't see it. I mean, it's just going to be probably price, and then we're going to look at. I mean, it's a great quality window, but like you said, there's a lot of quality windows, and it's going to come down to the quality of the product and the service of the installation. So, and the price. I mean, I'm going to try to get the best price.
Oh, one other thing. That is my phone. Do you have your phone here? It's left it in the car. Can you Google
Hey, bud. What's up?
average cost of impact windows in Sarasota County? I must have taken it out. So again, with the internet, right, you want to make the best decision. People, when I talk to people, they're Googling our company, Googling all kinds of stuff, right?
What is the average cost of replacement impact windows in Sarasota County?
Did you get it, Nancy?
I got it.
Did you say nothing to me?
Fine, Nancy.
So just so you guys know, according to 2020 averages, the average impact replacement window cost is $1,700 to over $2,200. Yeah.
$2,000.
So, yeah, basically it's right there. Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, we did your whole house. You have basically 22 windows. And a sliding glass.
Let's chill for a second.
And I priced it impact, but I mean I could price it real
I
easy
would-
with not impact.
I would should go impact because I don't want to shutter the place.
By the time you put on shutters, depending on the type of shutters you get, it's about a 15% difference.
I'd rather not shutter it.
Okay. So I broke out the sliding glass door because those are
It's a big one.
very expensive. So I just kind of broke out the sliding glass door. We can just give one price on those. But your sliding glass door came to $13,900. Big door. Retail price $56,550. We give you a trade-in value so we get some scrap from the metal bag. So we give you $100 a window. That's 22. Brings it down to $54,350. Gave you a 20% discount just because it's Saturday and you have a lot of windows. Typically we do 15, right? So that brings it down to $43,475 to do the whole house, plus your sliding glass door. To do the whole project would be $57,375. We're running a promotion, 18 months, 0% interest, so it'd be $31,880. We have other programs through traditional bank or anything like that, so.
Yeah, that's. We figured it's probably gonna be. I figured it was gonna be at least 30, but that was not impact, so makes sense.
Yeah, 30, we would probably be
Probably be close to about 35 without impact. So.
Probably, yeah, about
Yeah.
that'd be 15 grand off,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Yeah.
So, when you do projects such as this, do you usually write a check, put it on a credit card, or you look for a financing program?
I mean, the 18 months. I mean, we need to do the roof first, and that's kind of where we're saving up. We want to pay cash for it. Typically, don't like to finance stuff, but
That's fine. Can we Google that white green video? So this will help you when you're on your own. Yeah. I'm just showing you this option. I'm not saying you have to do it, but it's a great program. It's called the PACE program. It's for energy efficiency. Roofs,
okay.
windows, solar. It's a 2-minute video. I'm gonna write this on here. But basically what they do, it's based on the value of your home. No money down, and then they add it to your tax bill.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I think I've heard about that.
Sorry, back off a little bit.
Can you just play with your cars on the floor for a minute till we're done?
Okay. This is Y Green.
Award-winning Y-Green makes home improvement financing fast and affordable, offering 100% financing for energy-saving upgrades to your home or commercial building. Y-Green financing can be used for energy efficiency, renewable energy, and in some areas, water conservation and storm protection improvements. Use Y-Green to install that solar system you've always wanted, upgrade your AC, install a new furnace, and improve your home with new windows, doors, roofing, insulation, and even drought-resistant landscaping. There are hundreds of eligible improvements that qualify that may lower your utility bills, improve comfort and indoor air quality, and increase your property value. Here's how it works. Y-Green provides you with 100% home improvement financing that makes it fast and very affordable to upgrade your property today. There is no upfront payment, so you get to hold on to all of your cash. The cost of the project can be spread out over terms of up to 30 years and is incorporated into and repaid as part of your property taxes. If you sell your property, in some cases, payments may transfer to the new owner, so you only pay for what you use. Eligibility is based primarily on the equity you have in your property and your ability to pay, not your FICO score. Best of all, you may not have to make any payments for up to a year or more, so you may be putting money in your pocket every month from the energy savings while watching your beautiful home increase in value. The program is simple and easy. Get pre-qualified in just minutes and join the tens of thousands of property owners who have saved their hard-earned cash, reduced their energy bills, and increased the value of their homes. Apply today.
Interesting.
It gets the job done
Yeah.
sooner than later.
Right.
Basically. So, basically, in a nutshell, is your taxes paid An escrow,
Yeah, it's
you
probably
pay
an
it yearly.
escrow. I would imagine. Yeah, it's because we have a mortgage, so it's gonna
So, it would probably be between November of next year and February of next year when your mortgage company adjusts your escrow.
Mhm.
So basically, you got a good 9 months
Mhm.
until you really have to start paying for the windows.
Mhm.
So you can do that for roofs too, you just have to ask the
I
if you
gotcha.
don't do it yourself.
Yeah, right.
If they're a wide green contractor.
Okay.
So,
I'll
in a
check
nut-
into that.
in a nutshell, if you would call Y Green and ask for windows, you can call them and say, I need a roofing company, they'll give you a couple roofings. For windows, they would pass our name on.
Mm.
We have a great relationship with them. Lost my train of thought. But, you have about $65,000-$70,000 like credit based on the value of your home.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Just like going to
I
Lowe's or
gotcha.
Home Depot,
Yeah.
and they give you whatever, amount on the credit card, they give you a credit line.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a soft, I don't even know how they do it, they just tell me you're approved for Y Green for, I think it's $68,000.
Okay. Based on this house?
Correct.
I got you.
And it's just based on the value of your home.
Right.
So there's 3 criteria. You paid your tax bill on time for the past 3 years,
Right.
and you're not gonna file bankruptcy,
Right.
right? So, and then they do a hard pull, just that's the only way they can verify the title, or your
Yeah.
names are on the title. It's a real simple process.
Okay.
So, just, again, I'm trying to give you guys as much information, different
Mhm.
options. Cash is
Good.
king, no, you know that.
Yeah. At this point, hanging on to cash is king too. So, yeah.
It's expensive to live, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, if
Cool.
you come back and say, hey, might be able to get a little better with cash,
Mhm.
you know,
Okay.
take out a home equity line or something like that.
Yeah. Since we just bought it, I mean, I'm just kind of looking at, I want to do the roof first because we know that it's really, if it does start leaking, we got a problem. It doesn't leak now, but I was up there and it's bad. It needs to be replaced. So they actually had a couple quotes done before the house was sold, and that's why we kind of had used in negotiation. The roof's retail cost is about 25 grand, to do a new roof. So, you're looking at, if you do a roof and windows, you're in the $70,000. It's a lot of money. So, we have to just see what we can do. But I'll research this X screen and see if that's an option for us, because, obviously sooner than better would be great, but it's good information, so I'll use it.
Well, you're already approved, so
Yeah.
it's just a matter of filling out.
I just want to understand it a little bit better, make sure I understand how they're going to add it to the taxes and all that stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory, but
So basically, in a nutshell, if you would do the whole thing, right?
yep.
Your tax bill is, your taxes are around, what, 3,300?
Sounds right. I haven't even paid them
I have no
since we
idea.
just got the place. I don't know.
That's what the seller says.
Yeah.
So instead of, let's just make it easy for number's sake. It's $300 a month, right, on top of your payment.
Mm-hmm.
You add this on here, you can go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mhm.
Most people go 30 because, I don't know,
Cheaper, yeah.
and there's no prepayment to pay it off.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The average loan with Y Green's about 7 years, because if y'all started out in California, everything's super expensive. What people do, I'm not saying this could happen, but what people do is they get the roof done. There's kind of a good and bad to it, because it can elevate your property value, so you got a new roof and windows,
Yeah.
right? And then you take out a home equity line of credit, but it also could bump up your tax.
Yeah.
But you need to get grandfathered in on that
Mhm.
homestead for your taxes, you
Right.
know? So there's kind of good and bad on it, And I just had a guy, it was, $54,000, real close to yours, I think it was 48. He said I could write a check, but he's like, man, Doug, same thing you guys are doing, I just bought this house,
Yeah.
spent all this money, it's he's writing that check, so I showed him this. I didn't think he would do it because I'm gonna do that. Some people even, because it's say it takes 8 weeks, they start with wide green,
Mm-hmm.
and then when we're done installing, they might just hand us a check.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your money, you know. It's just kind of one of those, but it's an option.
Yeah.
If you went with like traditional financing, you're probably looking at, like a 12-year, 144-month term loan.
Yeah.
Probably be about $680 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Which still, but cash is king, right?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I'll leave this with you. This kind of goes over basically the presentation, the pros and cons, right?
Yeah.
I'll leave this pricing with you. So, I know you gotta get the roof. I need to report back to our company because we try to follow up and keep you in the
Yep.
system. Should we call you in 3 months, 6 months, a year, never?
No, I mean I'm interested in. We just have to budget. We have to look at where we're at. Like we kind of figured we'll do the roof in February.
Okay.
That's kind of what we're thinking. So that's already 3 months. So, you know, I would say 6 months minimum.
Okay.
You know, is kind of what I'm thinking. Summer of next year is when we may start looking at it, but that's still pretty early.
We'll just
Before
put
it
a note
depends.
in there.
Yeah.
Call you.
Before it gets too hot again.
Yeah, I
starts
mean,
cooking
and
you.
it's one of those things like we plan to be here a long time, and you know we don't want to overextend ourselves. So if we go 2 years before we can do it, it's okay. But better to get the energy savings too. So biggest thing is just making sure that it's cheap enough. You know, like I'm interested in using other people's money if it's cheap. So, well, I'll look into it.
So this is at 7.99%.
Okay.
It's fair.
I mean, yeah, it's not bad. You guys do the 18-month zero financing. That's pretty generous. I mean,
Well, here's the problem. The 18 months, 0% interest is based on, so here's how we do it. We know what the true cost of material is now. It's been a crazy world.
Yeah,
right?
it's been-
We don't know what's gonna happen here in the
Yeah,
next
exactly.
couple weeks. So basically how we do this, in a nutshell, this, 54 plus 13.9, that price is good for 1 year.
Mhm.
This price is good for 90 days. Typically, that's how we do it. So, I'll try to hold it for you, but we just never know,
You never know.
what the true
Yeah.
cost
I'm
is gonna be.
my software is used in the construction industry for portable storage sheds, so they've seen lumber go up 200% in the last
Yeah.
6 months. So,
Hurricanes, it's just been
insane.
crazy.
so we know.
And everybody's building a new house. Everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy right now.
So, what room is that room over there?
That's the girls.
That's the girls. I'm just throwing this out. We have what we call a free minimum window
Okay.
order.
Yeah.
He said that's your big thing,
Mhm.
right?
That's a bad one.
If
That
we-
side of the house. is
If we
bad.
start out with 3 windows, we hold this pricing for 2 years.
Yeah.
So if you do those 3 windows in a nutshell, it'd be about $7,500 tax title out the door.
That'd be something to consider.
Yeah.
And that way you would get the benefit, and so that's your main
That's
thing.
that's because the air return and the air conditioning is all on this side. We don't have 2 units, so the ductwork goes through the attic all the way to there, and it just keeps continuing getting smaller. And so by the time it just doesn't have a lot of velocity by the time it gets over there. Plus that room is the southeast side of the house, so it just gets hammered. So that's something we'll talk about and consider, because we have considered, like, why don't we just replace those 2 windows on that southeast side? But
That was,
yeah, there's Does that room have 3 windows in it? Or it's got 2 and then 1 on that wall? There's
Yeah.
a window in Dre's room.
Yeah, his rooms are hot
It's
at
not
all.
that bad.
You were thinking the 2 on this
On
side
this,
over here?
so the east
On the
side of the
back?
house, so there's
Yeah.
2 on this gable and 2 on this gable.
So that's 4.
Four
you're
windows.
thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4.
So 2 on that side.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
And our
side of the house
bedroom.
where it's kind of, it gets hit pretty
So
hard.
that would
I
be.
don't remember what the measurements were, yeah. I'm in
so
training, so
Yeah.
I'm following him.
Bedroom, cause you got the garage, and then you have a bath, and then I think it would be that 37 by 50, cause this is the kitchen. So
What's up?
87, 87.
You want to pour some water in the big bucket? Well, if you're careful, you can turn the hose on and fill it up, okay?
So if you did, I'm just gonna write this on the back here. so I don't mess with you. If you did those 5 windows, right?
Which 5? The
1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5.
So
Does that make
the
sense?
south side window in the 1 bedroom and the 2 southeast windows here.
Basically the 3 bedroom,
The 3 bedrooms, yeah,
or 3 of the bedroom.
of the bedrooms. The front bedroom is a guest room. We're not really using a lot.
We don't care for guests or
No, we don't care.
5 windows.
They come in the winter when it's cool.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
that's
right?
true actually.
That or it's my mom.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
doesn't spend time in there.
So that was 87 plus 87 plus. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm just gonna go to the bottom line. To do all 5 of those windows, we would lock in the pricing. If I could earn your business while we're here, I could do that whole project, tax title, $8,881
For the 5 on the south side. We were just doing some budgeting on Friday, so we kind of have a,
I'm not ready to commit.
I know, but it's just because we do want to be able to not get a loan on the roof. I want to be able to pay cash for the roof, and we kind of have that budgeted. And I don't know how much more we do have on that.
How many squares is the roof? Did they tell you?
I haven't measured it up yet.
Okay.
And actually, the quotes came in for the previous owner because they were just quoting it to try to figure out how much they could. Yeah. I mean, if you'll give me 72 hours on that, you know, to just call you back so that we can talk about it, because I want to actually look at the numbers, because we were just doing some budgeting, and you know, I just don't want to commit yet because I'm not sure if we want to pay cash for it or not. If we can pay cash for it, I want to do it.
72 hours.
Yeah.
So you're young. What day's that?
Yeah, that's gonna be like Monday night, Tuesday morning,
Just right election day.
Tuesday.
So Monday, Tuesday.
Maybe Tuesday sometime.
I mean, this is just me just thinking about it. That's what's gonna give you the most benefit.
Yeah,
You know.
it's a good deal. It's
Yeah.
just that I have cash allocated for the roof, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good deal, good price. So we'll definitely strongly consider it.
Well, here's another thing to consider. Running on my grant.
Mm-hmm. I know. If they'll do just the 4 or the 5,
They will.
will they? Okay.
That's
So
set
that's
up.
a no-brainer.
That's a no. Yeah, that's pretty easy. We'll have to talk about it to get understanding
fine.
of it, because you gotta understand how it works before you can. I understand a little bit better.
It's real
I'll
simple.
explain it to you. Don't worry
It's real
about it.
simple.
Yeah.
But that gives you really, let's just say, end of the year we put the windows in.
Mhm.
If they raise your escrow in November, so that gives you what, 10 months
Right.
to chip away at that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you want to pay it off early, just pay it off
Yeah,
early.
that one's pretty easy. You're only gonna pay your 7.99% on it if you don't. Well, I guess it's 10 months you'd pay on it, because you're gonna pay your escrow taxes payments every month. So they would be getting your 7% every month, but only as long as you hold it. So
It's using other people's money.
yeah,
There is a fee to it,
Yeah,
but I mean, instead of
yeah.
you got a lot going on. You're young. I'm just using myself personally, raising a family. It always seems to be things come in three.
Yeah.
So I always go like 30 years. I would do the third. I'm not a financial planner, but you can handle that payment, you
Yeah.
know, and it's not, but you can pay it off on your terms.
Yeah, right.
But if something goes bad, and you need a new air conditioner, you need whatever.
Right.
It works, and
Yeah.
it's a tax write-off too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Mhm.
Because it's considered taxes, it's deductible.
Is the full price deductible from taxes? The retail price, so like $8,800 is tax deductible,
Well,
or
it's
is there
gonna
a
be your
portion?
yearly.
Oh.
Your yearly, so if it's 3,300 and it goes up to, let's make it easy, 4,000.
Yeah.
Whatever that number is, that's deductible. Cause they
The
raised the minimum for the family, you get the 12.5, you know, and they took away a lot of the loopholes, right?
But like for the energy efficient window purchase, is that tax deductible? You'd have to check on how much that's deductible, I think.
Not that I'm aware of,
Okay.
there's no programs out there.
Okay.
I've had people say that, you know, but,
There's no credit, just.
The
for
credit,
buying
yeah,
windows.
okay,
Right,
okay.
right.
cause
yeah.
if there was, our company would let us know, cause then I
Yeah.
would go in and say, oh,
Yeah.
you can write off $5,000.
Yeah, right.
And then it would be,
Yeah, then it's
where do I sign?
no brainer, yeah.
You know, make my job easier.
Yeah.
We'll know on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, maybe.
If the green energy plan goes into place, who knows? you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I appreciate your time. It's very interesting and valuable information. So.
Well, I hope you learn, again,
Yeah.
our job is to educate.
And you've got a great product. There's no doubt about that.
You'll see, I mean, seriously, you'll see, and I've only been with the company a few days, but my wife was a home builder for 10 years. We've been in contract in 23. There's nothing like this window.
Yeah, it's a
That's why I came to work here, because I'm like, I want to sell the best in the market.
Mhm.
I don't want an inferior product where there's always problems. It just doesn't make sense. All right.
So, can I get your phone number, Jason?
Yep. 941-228-2567. 228-2567.
Yeah, if you guys discuss if it makes sense, give me a call back.
I will.
Just so you know, we just write up the contract, we fill out, you gotta sign a form that you don't have a homeowners association. And then, if you go with Y-Green, we get on the phone, call them. You're already approved, I'm not worried about that,
Yeah.
it just takes a little time, then they email you the DocuSigns, and you
Yeah.
click, click, and that gets notice to proceed for us to come out and proceed with the job, and, it's real simple.
Okay.
The other thing is, if you guys pay cash, it's 50% at signing, and then the rest isn't due until the job's complete.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know. So it's not like, hey, write us a check for
Yeah.
the whole thing right now.
Makes sense. And you're already at 14 weeks out, right? Didn't you say 14? No, not 14 weeks.
We're about 8.
8 weeks. That's what you
And
said.
it might be sooner.
Yeah.
What's happened is, Cardinal Glass is behind, business
Yeah.
is picked up, and like that arch window above your door, I have a job, and we were about 9 weeks because cutting that glass, they're behind on, I call it an architectural
Yeah.
glass piece. but you don't have any of
No,
that.
it's all standard
You don't have a
window stuff.
homeowners association.
Right.
I mean, I did a deal a month ago, and I still haven't got it approved through the homeowners association.
Yeah, it's annoying.
They're the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things we were happy
Not
about
once.
that.
Yeah, run.
Yeah, we don't want.
Yeah.
The other thing is, and just so I know, and this, may help them, they could pay for part of it and finance a little bit of that, right? They don't have to, you don't have to finance the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could even do like that. I mean,
Yeah, whichever you're
Yeah.
convenient. I mean,
there's a lot of flexibility in it.
if you
from
wanna
what I've
put
seen.
$2,000 down, you can put $2,000 down. It's just those going through live
Right.
whatever. But,
Well, I think we can run some numbers too, because we will have energy savings a little bit already with just those 5 windows, because that, I know it takes a lot of energy to just cool that room, because it's bad. So
I
that'll-
wish the sun was shining.
yeah,
Um,
you could put a piece of glass over that, but yeah, it's not shining
You put
today.
the meter
Yeah, I
on there,
mean,
blow
I
your
just
light.
go up, and
Yeah.
typically if your, thermostat's set at 75, they go up and it's gonna go 98 point.
Yeah,
Pretty,
it's
you
hot.
know?
Oh, we know. I can put my hand on it, and it's like radiating through that window. So
Like a microwave.
yeah,
You're gonna save some money, but
yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Cool. Well, thank you for your time.
all right.
I'll call you at least, yes or no. Yeah, I'll call you
That's
either,
all I ask,
either
no
way.
worries.
Yep.